Welcome to Computer Aided Drafting. In this class, I would be discussing about layers. As I already mentioned, that a detailed video demonstration as well as lecture has already been shared in the Google Classroom uh, on this topic. So the request is to uh, go through that video lecture and if you have any questions arising out of that, then probably this demonstration is going to be helpful. Can I also ask everybody to mute their mics because I'm getting some feedback in my ear. So if you can mute your mics, thank you. Uh, okay, so what is a layer? Now, layer is basically a transparent sheet that is provided in AutoCAD as an organizational tool. So this is basically something that helps you organize your drawings. You can make different layers in AutoCAD and you can associate different properties to these layers. Properties being the line type, whether continuous, dashed, or center, or any other type of line, could be line color, line thickness, or line width, and so on. So, with respect to those different properties, you can create a group of objects which then can be controlled together. Layers have the additional capability of being turned off and on with the switch of a or click of the mouse. What is the advantage in that? If you have a very complicated drawing with, say, hundreds of dimensions, which might not be a very, what should I say, clear to view. And such cases quite often appear when you do machine drawing of a complicated machine component. So there you might be having quite a few dimensions which make the drawing look cluttered. So whenever you are modifying such drawings, it is always a good idea to switch off the dimension layer so that all the dimensions would be removed. It's not deleted, by the way. It is removed and it is not visible. It is not displayed. All the information is retained, but it is not displayed on screen. So once you have done your modification, you have done with editing, then you can again switch that layer, dimension layer on and bring back all those dimensions. So it actually works if you put all the dimensions in a particular layer. Otherwise, if you put all of them in a single layer, then you cannot organize your drawing and you cannot take advantage of such functionalities as turning a layer on or off. It is also possible to put, in case of an assembly drawing, different machine components in different layers. That also has its own advantages from the point of view of organizing the drawing. So these are certain advantages of layers. And in AutoCAD, you can create uh, layers as per your requirement. Now, you might be wondering one thing that we have not yet created any layers up to this point, but we have done a few drawings on screen. So, how did we do that without the layers? That is because AutoCAD provides a default layer which is known as the zero layer. So, whatever we have drawn till now on this drawing window, that was drawn in zero layer. But drawing anything in zero layer is not a good practice. It is always advisable to avoid drawing anything on the zero layer. So what we do now, we have to, of course, have got to get the control of creating different layers and associating different properties with those layers. And that can be done from the layers panel. Where is the layers panel? In the home tab, here is the layer panel. You can see layers is written over there. And From this panel, you can control all the functionality regarding layers. And the most important thing on this is this button, which is known as layer properties. If I click this button, this layer properties manager would open up. And here you can create, delete, modify different layers. You can also change the properties associated with these layers. Those layers would be appearing as a list over here. And as I already mentioned that AutoCAD provides us with a default layer, you can see the zero layer over here. That is the zero layer. If I just go back to the original screen now, you can see that there is also a drop-down list here. So that is a shortcut for choosing different layers. Right now, there is only one layer there because only the default layer is present at the moment. If you have created a number of layers, then that list would also appear in this drop-down menu. And from there, you can select appropriate layers. So let us first of all try to create a new layer. New layer can be created with this new layer button, this first button over here above the table. So if I click that, you will see that layer 1 is created. You can directly change the name to object. You are creating a layer to contain all the object lines. Object lines meaning the visible edges of the object. You also know that the visible edges of the object are represented by using continuous line, solid, thick lines. So the line type would be continuous. What about the line weight? You can associate with it a line weight of 0.35 millimeters. Press OK, and you will see that the line weight has changed. You can also change the color of this layer, but at this point, I'm not going for that. I'll retain it as black. Although it says here white, but on the white background, it will show up as black. If the background was default black, then that line would have been white. So that is how you create a layer. Let us create another layer. I'll go to this new layer button, click it, and again you see that layer 1 has come up. So I'll change it to maybe a thin layer, which will contain thin lines. Again, the color remains as it is. Thin line is continuous line, but obviously thin line would be having lesser thickness. So I'll just click here and put a thickness of 0.18, which is almost half of what thickness we selected for the thick layer or object layer, and press OK. So like this, you can go on creating different layers. So as you can see here, I have created 3 new layers, and now these layers are named layer 1, layer 2, layer 3. So one of them I can name hidden. That means it will contain all the hidden lines or dashed lines. So now I have to change the line type. So what should be the line type? Obviously dashed lines. Let's try to change it from here. However, there is a problem. You can see that in loaded line types, we have only continuous. So I do not have any other options here. So what we can do, we can go to the load option, go to the library, and you can see that the first option itself is ISO dash. So I can select that and press OK. So now you have the ISO dash over here. But you can also perceive that at some point of time, we would be requiring center layer. So center line is also necessary. So again, click on the load button, go here, and you have the center line over here. So press OK. So you have the center line now. So if I press OK, then those are now brought into the loaded line types. So here I will change to ISO dash and press OK. You can see this has changed to dash line. You can change the color also. Let's say make it blue and press OK. The next layer, okay, this is a center layer. So in this center layer, line type would be center. Line thickness would be 0.18. Also, I did not mention, but for the hidden layer as well, I have kept a line thickness, line weight of 0.18. You can change the color to red, say. That is given arbitrarily. You can choose any other color, but just keep in mind that it should have a good contrast with the white background. So if you put a bright yellow color for any of the layers, then that might not be uh, in terms of visibility a good idea. So we have created these layers. We have another one which we can change. Let's say I would be requiring a dimension layer. You see the dimension layer would have a continuous line type. Dimension lines are thin lines, so line weight is okay. 0.18 millimeters would be okay. Let me change the color to maybe some sort of a shade of green. Now again, these colors are I'm choosing just arbitrarily. You can change them to what you wish, but just keep that fact in mind that it should be visible on the background that you are creating the drawing on. Another thing, do notice that whenever I create a new layer, it takes up the properties of the layer which was selected while the layer was created, new layer was created. So as the last one, dimension layer was selected, as I pressed this new layer button, that's why it has taken up the properties of that layer. Now you can change it. So let's say we'll be requiring some text. So this is text. For text, I think we can keep it as black. This would be continuous, and let's change this line thickness to 0.25. Create a new layer again. We would be requiring margins, that is the border lines and the title blocks. For that, we'll have this margin layer, and for this margin layer, we have a thicker line. So these are the sort of different layers that you can create to organize your drawing. So how many we have created? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Maybe the eighth layer could be a viewport layer, but viewport we'll talk about later on. So that is how you can create different layers. Now here another important thing is to remember that the concept of current layer. Current layer is indicated by this green tick mark. That is the current layer. That means the zero layer is now the current layer. If I want to make this object layer as the current layer, I'll just double click here. And now you can see that the green tick mark has changed position. Now it is beside the object layer. What it means? It means that now when I draw a line like this line is in object layer. You can now see all these layers also over here, and this line would be in the object layer. If you bring your cursor over here, you can see that the layer is indicated over there, and that is object. You can also change the current layer from here. I can just click on the drop down menu, make it hidden, and then draw another line. And you can see now that the line type and the color has already changed. This is obviously in hidden layer. So what to do? If you want to change the layer, you can either go here and double click on the appropriate layer name to make it or designate it as the current layer, or you can simply select it from the drop down list. If I make it center and then go here, now you can see that it is a center line. You can also control the length of these dashes for this dash line as well as for this center line. How can you do that? I can select this, right click on it, and go to properties. So this is the properties window, and in this properties window you have a line type scale, which right now shows up as 1. If I make it 0.25, okay, sorry, it has to be here. So this is 0.25 and hit enter. You will see that the dashes have become smaller as compared to what it was previously. Similarly, if I select this dash line, right click, go to properties, and make this line type scale as 2, you will see that these dashes have become bigger. So that is how you can control the length of these dashes for the maybe the dash lines as well as for the center line. Another thing to note is that these dashes are of double the length as compared to what it was previously when the line type scale was 1. Now the line type scale is 2, so these lengths have become double of what it was previously. So that is how you can control it. You can also go to, say, dimension, make the dimension layer as the current layer. Then let's put some align dimension over here. And you can see that this dimension is provided in green. Suppose you have made a mistake that obviously for this triangle, these two sides should be in object layer, but by mistake you have made them in hidden layer. So nothing to worry about. You can just simply select this and change it from here, change it to object. And you can see that it has gone to object layer. By the way, if you do that, it does not change the current layer at all. Current layer still is the dimension layer. So when you have selected something like this and you change it from the drop down menu, it does not change the current layer, as you can see here. But if you just simply, without selecting any objects or any kind of lines in this drawing space, if you click over here, that will change the current layer. Now you can see that the current layer has become the object layer. Suppose you want to delete something, you can quite simply select that layer and press this delete layer button. I'm not deleting it because these layers would be required later on, but maybe I can do this. I can create a new layer. Properties are not that important, so I'll just delete that. So you can see that the selected layer has now been deleted. Now let me demonstrate what happens if I switch off a layer. Switching off the layer means clicking on these light bulbs. The light bulb is clearly on now. That means the layer is switched on. Now if I click here, now this light bulb is switched off. And the effect you can see over here, that the dimension that I provided here is not being shown. Again, I reiterate that it is not deleted, but simply removed from this drawing space. But the information is still retained. So what I can do, I can go to this light bulb, which says turn a layer on or off. It is now in off state. So if I click it, you can see that the dimension has come back. So that is how you can control the visibility of a particular layer. There are also other options. That means freezing a layer, which works in the same way as switching on or off a layer. That means the outward, what should I say, that the effect is quite same. It looks like turning on or off a layer, but there are certain subtle differences. But that is not part of the agenda at the moment. I will just skip that part and mention that you can lock a layer. Let's say I want to lock the dimension layer. So you can click on this lock, and now this lock is closed. What will happen is that if I now try to delete this, I'll not be able to select and delete that. So by mistake, you cannot remove any kind of dimensions. If I select that and press delete, you will see that it is not deleted. And if you read it over here, this was on a locked layer, so erase command did not work on it. Let me just change it back. You can change it back from here, lock or unlock a layer. So if you click that, that will become unlocked. So that is all about different kind of layers, how you can create them, how you can change their properties, and how do you handle locking a layer, unlocking a layer, switching on a layer, or switching off a layer. As I mentioned, it's a very good organizational tool, and you should always create necessary layers or appropriate layers before you start a drawing. And always keep it in mind that you should put objects in proper layers. Any questions?
Sir, in scale of in case of small object, the center line is not always clear, so we have to then change the line type scale.
Yes. Uh,
Yeah,
that is what you
that
have
was
to do.
I was having that problem, sir, while doing the assessment.
Okay. So let's say we draw a center line. Okay. Now this center line, I could make it this long. Now it looks like a continuous line, solid line, right?
Yes, sir.
But the thing is, its length is not sufficient to show the different dashes. You see that if I extend it up to certain extent, then the dashes, long dashes and the short dashes would show up. But here, this length, this much length is not at all sufficient to show the line type. What you can do is you can select this, right click, go to properties, change this to maybe 0.25, and then you'll see that this looks like a proper center line. So that is what you have to do. For the dashed line also, it works in the same way. You'll have to keep that in mind.
Yes, sir. I'm saying that what is the difference between freeze and off layer, sir?
Uh, Basically, outwardly, there is no difference at all. I'll just simply freeze this layer. Let's say I'll freeze the dimension layer. Okay. So the two states here are called freeze and thaw. Freeze means it will be shown by this icicle, means this snow particle or something like that. And thaw state is shown by this sun. So the natural state is this thaw state. And for this freeze state, you can see that outwardly it seems like that I have uh, switched off the layer. The dimension has gone. It's not being shown here. But again, here the information is retained. If I click here, the dimension comes back. So, what is the difference? Visibly, there is no difference between the switch on, switch off, and freeze and thaw of a layer. But in case of very large drawings, uh, it has to do with a particular command which is called regenerating a drawing. So when you regenerate a drawing, uh, if there is a switched off layer, then all the information regarding that layer is still regenerated. So that takes up some computational resources, and that might slow down your machine. Now I'm here talking about not this very small type of drawings, some objects that have been given in your problem sheets. Those are proper machine drawings, probably with thousands of components, thousands of dimensions present. So there, if you simply uh, switch off a layer, that might not improve the performance of your machine. It might make the machine slow. So in that case, you can freeze a layer. So there, although all the dimensions or the information would be retained, they would not be regenerated. It helps the computer to work in a faster way. So it will be able to regenerate the drawing in a faster way. So that is, you can say, the difference between switching on, off, or freezing or thawing a layer. Now, at this course level, for your computer aided drafting course, switch on, switch off, and freeze and thaw, they are the same for all intents and purposes. There is no difference between them. So I hope that part is clear to you.